Today's video is a pretty interesting topic. Is investing like gambling? I've heard this brought up quite a few times because a lot of people think that investing is more like gambling. So in today's video, we are going to discover if that is true or not, and then you can decide for yourself. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at age 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier. So let's dive right in. All right, before we get into the debate of is investing like gambling, let's first define what gambling is and what investing is. Gambling is usually defined as risking money or something of value on an uncertain event with the primary goal of winning additional money or material goods. So essentially, you are risking money or something of value for the intent of gaining something extra. And then investing is allocating money toward an investment with the expectation of generating returns over time. And a key difference that I want to bring up with investing is that investing is usually done by research analysis and some strategic decision making. Unlike gambling, investing usually requires the knowledge of whatever it is you are investing in, having that understanding of a certain asset, and then also keeping that long-term perspective. So while gambling is just turning your money over to something that you are hoping to make large wins with, investing is more about doing some research and deciding that, yes, this will generate profits for me over the long term. And some will argue that investing is like gambling. And the way that I could see that is if they are doing day trading, short-term trades, they're trying to make a quick win and they don't really understand how to do that or what they are investing in. They are just thinking, all right, this will make me money very quickly, and they don't really have that long-term perspective. So while there is risk with investing and with gambling, with investing, you can take calculated risks. You can determine, all right, this asset that I'm going to invest in has performed well in the past, and I can see it to continue to perform well over the long term. While with gambling, you are just spending money hoping that you are going to make more money. But actually, the odds are really not in your favor, and I want to talk about that for a minute. There are actually quite a few different things that are more likely to happen to you than you actually winning the lottery. I want to show you an article from the Las Vegas Review-Journal. And they start out by saying when it comes to winning the lottery, you're more likely to be struck by lightning. Literally. In January 2018, Fortune reported that the odds of winning the Powerball jackpot sat at 1 in 292.2 million. So those are your odds of winning the Powerball jackpot. And honestly, I think those odds are even worse now. I think it's close to 300 million. So let's take a look and see what else could happen to us, what is more likely to happen to us than winning the lottery. All right, number one is being crushed by a meteorite. That is more likely to happen to you than winning the lottery. And even becoming a billionaire is more likely to happen to you, which is pretty impressive. And then also dying in a plane crash is more likely than winning the lottery. Not so fun. Even being killed by hornets, wasps, or bees is more likely to happen to you. That is 1 in 54,093. And even being canonized. So you could be a saint, and getting audited is more likely to happen to you. And even becoming a US president is more likely to happen than winning the lottery. So there are quite a few different things that are more likely to happen to you than winning the lottery. And I want to talk about how much people are actually spending on trying to win the lottery and what else we could do with that money instead. So Americans actually spend over $1,000 a year on lotto tickets. That's a significant amount of money. And in this article, it talks about how it is a 1 in 302,575,350 chance of winning the Mega Millions. And despite these odds, thousands of Americans will buy tickets for a chance to win. So about half of Americans play state lotteries, with the sales topping at 71 billion in 2017. And consumers spend on average of about $86 a month on lottery tickets, including everything from scratch-off cards that come out of vending machines to entries for the Powerball and Mega Millions competitions. So that comes up to about $1,038 each year per consumer. And now, since we know that the odds are so low of winning the lottery, let's take a look and see if we were to invest that money, the $86 per month, let's see how much money we would actually have. Let's type into the calculator the $86 each month that we would be spending on lottery tickets. So if we had $86 and we're going to take a look at the period of 30 years. So we would be spending $30,960 if we were to just buy lottery tickets every single month for the period of 30 years. Now, if we were to invest that money, we would be getting about a 10% rate of return. So now, instead of just having or spending $30,000, we would actually have almost $200,000, $194,402 invested. And that is going to continue to compound over time. So I don't know about you, but I would rather invest that $86 a month and have almost $200,000 to show for it, rather than just continue to buy lottery tickets every single month and not have anything to show for it. And going along with that, even if you did win the lottery, about 70% of lottery winners go bankrupt within about 5 years. They don't actually know how to manage that money. So money doesn't always buy happiness. In fact, some lottery winners have experienced bankruptcy, divorce, prison time, and have even been murdered. That is pretty extreme. So I think I will just stick to investing my money and knowing that it's going to grow over time, rather than spending my money on lottery tickets and have the chance of going bankrupt within 5 years, or even having prison time or the chance of being murdered. And then I want to just share a few tips with you on how you can invest your money without it being like gambling. First off, we want to educate ourselves about what we are investing our money in. We can look at different types of investments, like stock market investments or real estate investments, or even investments in businesses, and we can determine, all right, this has been the past performance of those types of investments, and then realize that they have the potential to continue to grow over time. So if we decide to invest in those types of assets, then we are more likely to grow our wealth over time rather than lose it. And you can do this type of education through YouTube videos like this, or there are some books out there. I even have a book on the steps that I took to become financially free, which involved investing in the stock market and in real estate. So I cover those in the book. If you want to get your own copy, I will leave a link below in the description. But nonetheless, you can choose different ways to educate yourself on investing so that you can do it very smartly and make really good returns. In investing in the stock market, I have a free masterclass where I go over how I can help you do that. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that and check out the free masterclass. And then also another way to mitigate risk with investing is to diversify our investments. That means having different types of investments. And it doesn't mean that you have to invest in different asset classes such as the stock market and real estate. You can definitely just diversify within the stock market. You can buy an index fund, which has a whole bunch of companies inside of just one fund, and diversify your investing that way. But we don't want to just invest in one single company and have the risk of it going bankrupt and then losing our money. So if we can spread our risk out by diversifying, we are going to be a lot more successful with investing. And then another thing that we can do, I talk about this one a lot, but it is to keep a long-term perspective. If we can have a long-term view on our investing, then we are able to build our wealth over the long term. We're able to let it grow. If we are so focused on getting a quick win, then we are going to make decisions based more on emotion rather than the facts or the research that we've done. And when we are trying to get that quick win, we are not going to make the smartest decisions with our investments. And then another thing we can do to be successful with investing is to have a strategy that works for us and stick with that strategy. For example, I chose to invest in buy and hold real estate properties and then pretty much buy and hold my stock market investments. So I didn't switch up my investing strategy all of the time. I picked the buy and hold real estate investing approach and I stuck with it until I became financially free. I wasn't switching my strategy and changing things all of the time. I continued to do what I knew worked. So if we can set up our own plan and be disciplined with that plan, with that strategy, we're going to be really successful with our investing. And we just want to keep in mind that investing is more about that long-term perspective and building wealth over time, while gambling, on the other hand, is just trying to make a quick win. And those odds are really, really low that that is going to happen. And one other thing that I want to add, when we are investing in the stock market, we are actually investing in companies that are providing value. They have goods or services and they continue to provide value and grow over time. With gambling, we are just putting our money into a pot and hoping we get lucky. And as we've seen, those odds are really, really low that's going to happen. So I feel like our money is definitely better in investing. Comment below and tell me if you are investing or gambling. I'm curious to know. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more awesome content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.